Hello there. Okay, I'm back. So now I'm going to season my chicken. I was going to pull it out. I'm going to pull it out of the brine. I'm going to put it on my cutting board. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to pull it up there like that so you can see that. And put it on the cutting board slowly. You can see the milk coming off of it.
My hands are delicate.
Okay. And she's got clean hands. Then I'm going to go ahead and season the chicken. Once I season the chicken, I'm going to toss it back into the brine, the milk brine. See, the milk's coming off.
And then you're going to want to wash your hands and then dry your hands off, because then the chicken might get watery, but it already has milk on it.
Okay.
The milk might get watery.
So what I do is I season it with, some people don't like this, but I do this time, a little seasoning. First I start off with a little hot sauce.
Okay.
I'm going to shake the hot sauce on there. I just kind of liberally shake it and then rub it in.
And then rub it in.
Wash my hands so you don't get...
Wash your hands. Dry it off. Dry your hands off.
That's Frank's Red Hot. Then I take some mustard. Kind of squirt the mustard on the chicken. You'll see what it looks like, see? It's kind of hard to see. It's dripping, but that's okay. We'll make a better video next time. Then I fold it over, flip it over. I'm going to put some hot sauce on it again, and more mustard. After that, I'm going to put it back into the milk. After I've seasoned it up some, put some more mustard on it. Put that. Got mustard on it. It's ready, Frank's ready. Let's see if I can get it up again. There we go. That's a better look for you. You can see that there. And I put a towel up under my cutting board so it doesn't slip. I'm going to season it with some seasoning salt, some pepper, and a little bit of garlic powder, granulated garlic. I like granulated garlic because the garlic powder gives like a bitter taste to it. So you could put granulated garlic, it gives it that garlic taste without that bitter taste to it. You know how you burn garlic on the stove when you're cooking it and it tastes gross? That's it. So I'm going to keep flipping this. Wash your hands because you have chicken on it. Chicken can be contaminated. It can contaminate different foods. So you want to shake a little bit more of the seasoned salt on there. A little more of the garlic, granulated garlic. And a little bit of the black pepper. I'm going to put some of it in here because I know when I put it back in there, it'll lose its seasoning a little bit. So you put enough in there so that it's seasoned well. I have stuff in the background, which I moved that at first, so I'll toss this back in here. I'm actually making a pineapple coconut cake as well, so I'm in the process of doing that. Take this, I jump it all back in there. I don't waste anything. My grandma taught me not to waste anything. So just toss that back in there. In the process, I'm going to move some of this stuff around. Oops. I'm going to toss this in the sink. There's some sugar in the back because I'm making some stuff. I'll put this down. That's my cake, and I'm ready to make my cake in a few. I do a lot of stuff at one time. I'm a multitasker. I'm going to close down my garbage can back there. I went ahead and already put some flour in the bag. So I'm going to let this sit for another few minutes while the grease is heating up. Once the grease heats up, I'm going to start putting the chicken in the bag. No, I'm not going to use egg in this particular recipe, but it's still going to be very crunchy, delicious. I'm actually going to also put some honey in a bowl with some butter. I already put the butter in the microwave. I'm going to wipe my counter up really quick. I put the butter in the microwave already, and I have the honey here. I'm going to mix the honey with a little bit of butter and a teeny bit of hot sauce so I can make a sauce that's going to drizzle on top of the chicken. So it's going to be crunchy chicken drizzled with some salt, honey, like a honey glaze.
All this stuff away.
Okay.
Sorry, but this time I need to sneeze.
My daughter needs to sneeze.
And then we're gonna put the honey on.
Nope. Honey
Not
goes in
yet.
the bowl in the microwave. So you step back.
So,
My little sous chef is trying to get ahead of me. That's okay. Alright. I'm gonna figure out how I can let you see this without wasting it like I did last time. Can you see that? Inside there. Looks delicious. Okay. My videos will start to get better. You gotta start somehow, right? Somehow you gotta start. And I'm gonna take it. The camera's there. So there we go. I went ahead and did some french fries, some homemade french fries, some fresh cut french fries. So we're gonna do cucumber salad. I have a cucumber tomato salad with some turmeric inside. And actually, like I say, I'm the willy-nilly chef. We didn't have any tomatoes. And I didn't feel like cutting up any onions. So I just added some salsa to it. I'll show you what it looks like. Okay. Here's the salad. I'm coming over. I'll show you. Here's the salsa that I use from Maker's. It's Maker's Mark salad salsa from Sam's Club. Looks really good inside. Yeah, I didn't take this off, but that's okay. Really good. See that? Chunky. And I use that as my mix. I put a little zesty Italian dressing in it. And this is what it looks like. It's actually really good. I'm gonna get a fork for you so I can show you what it looks like. We'll use a spoon this time. See that? It's delicious. A little turmeric. I put some fresh garlic in it as well. And instead, you don't even have to use a spoon. Like I say, you don't have to be lazy. You can just cut corners. Shake it up. Shake it up. Just like that. See that? Shake it, shake it, shake it. Then toss it back in the fridge. I'm going to wash my hands and put a couple of things away. And I also have to stir up my pudding because I'm making, like I say, a coconut cake. And I'm making homemade pudding. Okay. And again, you just take your chicken and you're going to dip it inside, put it in the bag. And what I do, my mom taught me, she put it in the bag, you shake it up, you leave it in the bag, and then you put it in the freezer. If you let it sit in the freezer for about 15 minutes, it allows the chicken to get more and more crunchy. We're going to start off by taking a piece of our chicken out of the milk and the seasonings. Toss it in there and shake it around. I'm going to throw another one in there and shake it around. Shake, shake, shake. Toss each one in there. Shake it again. Always use one hand to do the dipping and one hand for the flour so your hand doesn't get coated with flour. Your hand will look like the pieces of chicken. Coated chicken. That's something I learned years ago. I always wonder why my grandma used one hand. Then I went to school, I realized, duh, because it gets stuck to your hands. So I'm going to keep putting my chicken in there. Shake it up, shake it all around. I didn't season the flour like some people do because my chicken is seasoned well enough that it's going to come through the flour. That's what my grandma taught me. I went to college and the girls were saying, how can you make chicken without seasoning the flour? Probably because I know how to season my chicken. And so you just keep shaking it up like my cousins did. Shake, 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 shake. And now I have 3 to 4 more pieces. I'm going to keep throwing those in there. You want to shake because if you don't shake at the time that you toss the chicken in there, the other piece will end up stuck to that piece. So you want to shake it and move it around so that way it has a protection, a protective coating, shall I say. I'm going to wash these hands and I'll go right back at it again. And like have little stuff on the counter that drips when you pull the chicken out. So I want to make sure I wipe that up. I'm actually going to use this leftover liquid because tomorrow we're going to have chicken on the grill. I'm going to brine it, grilled chicken salads, and grilled chicken baked potatoes stuffed with different vegetables as well as cheese on top. Okay, well that's another story. So let me just get back to the chicken. So honey drizzled chicken. Keep shaking, shaking, shaking. See, I have them all in there, and they're all gonna be coated well. I have one more to go. Put that one in there. Wipe my hands and then shake again. Once again, after it's all shaken around, have a little flour coming out. So you want to make sure you have your bag closed. You don't want to be like me and just waste it all over. After the bag is closed, you just toss it in the freezer again for at least 15 minutes. You can even do five, maybe 10. Depends on how much time you have. You don't have to wait forever. Just give it enough time to get cold so that the flour sticks to the chicken. Here it is. Here it is. I'm tossing it in the freezer just like this. I'll come back to that, and while I'm heating up my grease and getting ready to make my cake, I'll be back again.